To ensure the space is safe and supportive, I would begin this lesson with the idea that the school is a safe place for all students to learn, and that our job as members of the school community are to have empathy for others and use that empathy to help make decisions when dealing with conflict. This lesson strategy is to have students pause and just reflect when met with conflict so that they can respond using methods that are healthy and helpful. I think the students referenced with the specific disorder, sensory processing, and unspecified anxiety disorder would benefit from this lesson, as it would give the students the ability to stop and think before acting, and they can control how they engage with the situation. This lesson was designed with individuality in mind. Each student can drive the conversations and their reactions in ways that keep them comfortable, while guiding decisions with empathy for others. This lesson uses both play therapy and bibliotherapy to help teach students to solve their problems in a healthy way. The play portion is creating and using the pinwheel. And also the bibliotherapy portion is watching a video that play acts different scenarios and hearing a story at the end, pulling it all together. That was a short video, but it did share 4 ways to handle conflict. So raise your hand if you can share one of the 4 ways. Thank you. That's right. We first take a breath and pause and think. Second, we listen and we empathize with the other person. Third, we share what we're feeling and we find a way to compromise. And 4, if that isn't going to work, then we always ask for help. Does anyone know any other healthy ways that were not in the video? Wow, those are all really good ideas. And actually, they can be used as part of that compromise step. I like what you said about using rock, paper, scissors to decide a compromise. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, class, raise your hand now if you have ever played with a pinwheel. You're right. You blow on it and it spins. They are fun. Well, today we're actually going to make pinwheels, peaceful pinwheels, and we can play with them, of course, but they're also going to share with us the 4 steps of conflict resolution we talked about today. And in a moment, you're all going to go back to your table and you're going to notice some art supplies, but I don't want you to touch them until we get to that step. So go ahead and get back to your tables. Thank you for doing that so quickly. Before we make our pinwheels, I want to walk through a conflict scenario and show you how I would use a pinwheel to pause, take a cleansing breath before reacting, okay? So when you're feeling frustrated by conflict, first, like I said, you have to take that cleansing breath and you're going to blow into your pinwheel and take that moment to think about how you should handle it and how you should respond. You're going to watch the pinwheel spin, and it's like a meditation. We're going to write down reminders about the other steps so you can calmly read them and think about them and use these strategies, okay, of listening and empathizing, sharing and compromising, and then always having the option to ask for help. And then once you're calm, you can prepare to do those steps. And this pinwheel is a really good way to remind yourself to breathe and just take a moment before responding. Okay, so now everyone, I'm going to start a presentation and we're going to talk through each step of making this pinwheel together.